trendsetter, I got style. Plain on my wrist, for real. LV on my chick, for real. Waco taking risks, for real. Went through hell to get to this, for real. I'm not puzzle making lists, for real. I stay low and stack my chips, for real. You keep looking for a flip, for real. That's not wealth, that's rich, for real. For real. On a whip, for real. I get bored, I take a trip, for real. Take a loss, I never trip, for real. Been in shock, I'm not a lick, for real. Don't trust the soul, it's on my hip, for real. Make a move and you get hit, for real. No pictures by the crib, for real. Can't let them know just why I live, for real. For real. Chick, for real. Waco taking risks, for real. Went through hell to get to this, for real.
The market crashed on me, but that's not my last, homie. It ain't over for me. It ain't over for me. The market crashed on me, but that's not my last, homie. Only one logical thing to do. Don't trip by the dip, 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 by the dip. Don't trip by the dip, 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 by the dip. Don't trip by the dip. Get my chips and dip. Hot on coins and watch me flip. In and out, I'm stacking pips. Market looking bearish. By the dip, 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 by the dip. Don't trip. Sour cream and onion dip. Scoop it with some ruffle chips. Sink them like Titanic ship. Bartender, here's a tip. Crypto face is the truth. He can even show you proof. This is market cipher school. Rory made you say, ooh, wish I had one too. Making plays on Tradingview. Waiting on a blue triangle. I just call it Blues Clues. Portfolio diversified. Keep my balance classified. Scared to look, you terrified. But when you did, you almost died. All good before you went to sleep. Woke up to a surprise. Couldn't believe your eyes. Where the hell did your money go? You like, oh my God, what the fuck happened? Bitcoin dumping in my sleep. Woke up to a market sweep. That's the reason I don't sleep. Keep my eyes on the prize. Bought some Hex and Cardano. Fear of missing out. FOMO, that's a no-no. Yeah, I know, bro, but I still do the shit. I'm just trying to hit a lick, so I think I just might buy the dip, 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 buy the dip. Don't trip, buy the dip, 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 buy the dip. Don't trip, buy the dip. Get my chips and dip. Hot on coins and watch me flip. In and out, I'm stacking pips. Market looking bearish. Buy the dip, 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 buy the dip. Don't trip. The market crashed on me, but it's not my ass, homie. Time to rise up out the flames like a motherfucking phoenix. Flying high in the sky, and I motherfucking mean it.
Good morning all. Yes sir, hope everyone is well, hope everyone is good. Let me see, everything's working, looks all good here. Let's get it. Today is Tuesday. Let's see what we got on the news. I do believe some GBP news is today. Tuesday, yeah, we have Bailey speaking 1:15, so not till, looks like GJ is anyways waiting for this. We have Powell speaking at New York as well. And yeah, looking at the charts here, we can see gold is making its way towards the downside after yesterday's heavy move towards the upside here. We saw a pretty heavy move. And let's have a look at where we are. So daily time frame, very healthy close, very bullish close. We could see this continue during NY session, or maybe even London is possible. But for now, we're seeing a bit of bearish pressure come into the market with 4-hour candles closing bearish, 2 4-hour candles closing bearish. Coming from this kind of resistance zone, technically we have closed above on the 4-hour time frame. But we're kind of like wicking at this zone again and then starting to pull back. So this could be, we could pull back during London and New York could buy back up. So right now we're trying to break the previous 4-hour lows, which would be a good sign for sells. 1-hour support is going to be sitting right here. So let's go ahead and mark that. And a close below that would give some options for sells. Let's see what we're looking like on 30. Same thing. 15. Same thing. 5 minute, just want to see what that's looking like, even clean on 5, which is pretty surprising that 1 hour, 30, 15 and 5 all the same spot. Good structure on 5 minute, limited structure on 15, but it's not the worst. It's not the worst. 6 minutes till a close. Not crazy stops as well in these ranges. So sales could make sense here. The only thing that worries me is every time we've closed on a new low, we have pulled back. So this is something we need to be careful about here. Now those pullbacks have eventually led into continuous downside, but check this out. New low, pullback first. New low, we had a small continuation, pullback first. Now I will say we did have support here. Here we didn't have support, but we never broke the lows. So let's just see how this ends up forming here, because I would worry about a pullback here. And yeah, especially, you know, I'll be looking for more sells break of this lowest low here. Would also allow us to get below 85 level here as well. So it would be a little bit better to kind of see that. So let's see how this ends up forming. Can we take 15-minute setup one, since there's 5-minute structure? It's too small stop loss. I feel you get stopped out on that. If it pulls back, because even if it pulls back, I don't feel it's completely wrong, the trade, you know. I feel like there's still a chance for it, because we have seen it play out. There's that 5. Similar to our trade lowest low. Yeah, I mean, if we get a clean close below 85, I think it would be enough with the 1 hour, because last week you guys didn't have the 1 hour. Without the 1 hour, then I would go that low. But with the 1 hour, it's okay. You can go. But let's see where it closes here. We have about 5 minutes. We'll see what happens in 5 minutes and then come back to it. So let's move on to DAX in the meantime. Have a look at DAX for 5 minutes. DAX is in the same spot we were yesterday. We retested the bottom of the range, now making our way towards the upside. So much lines in this zone. I really don't like it. A lot of 4-hour supports, a lot of 4-hour resistances, weekly resistance. We're here 15 minutes from yesterday. So if we're looking at daily time frame here, we'll just remove drawings to have a little bit of a clear overlook here. So we can see that we have even now another bloody line here. Okay, thank God, at least it lines up with the 4-hour support. We can see that daily is forming bullish here. 4-hour time frame is forming bearish here, mixed session bias, but we're sitting at that very strong 4-hour support that our lows have come from since Monday. So not the best to be looking for sells, if I have to be honest here. Now buys look way better. Only issue with buys is the ranges we're dealing with. We have a lot of resistances. Just now we rejected off this previous, that's where we're getting this rejection from, of this previous 15 here. So let's see how it looks above there, because that could be buy options. Yeah, that could be a buy option above this previous 15. Double check that. On 1 hour looks okay, on 30 minute looks okay, 4-hour looks okay as well. So that would be your buy option with structure, of course. So this next 5 minutes has to create structure. 1 minute hopefully will close above its resistance here to give us a 1 minute change of basically structure. And then we don't have much range. We're only buying back up into this next range here. which is only 10 points away, but stop loss I don't think are too crazy these days. Let's say this form structure, next candle closes above, it's like 11 point stop loss as well. With volume, we've been seeing around the 10 a.m. time, which is in about 5 minutes. We've been seeing that do very well. Excuse me. We've been seeing that do very, very well, right? So that could be our option. That could be our option, and something I would consider if we form structure and then start to get around that 10 a.m. time. So let's see how that ends up forming, and we take it from there. So let's go back into gold here, see how gold is forming here. We just tapped key level and getting a rejection from key level. So it's nice to see that that's being respected, because now that's giving us a solid zone to be able to possibly look for those sells below there. Yawning means market's cooked. No, yawning's because I'm trying to recover from 1 week of staying up till 8 a.m. That's the problem. But and then time zones and stuff, not used to it, need to get back and practice. But no, market's not cooked. I think today if we just move outside of the range, it's gonna be nice. GJ ranging GJ, same plan as yesterday. I haven't even changed my lines from yesterday. It hasn't moved from yesterday. It's in the same range. We break out of GJ towards the upside, I'm interested. Otherwise, I'm not interested in GJ. Very simple for me on GJ. I think it's waiting for the speeches today will help, and then we take it from there. I mean, GJ is super simple. Previous 30 on close below the 15. Let's have a look. Where's your previous 30? I don't see a previous 30. It's pretty damn far away from me. Your Poal clubs in Spain, they don't close till everyone left in Benidorm anyways. Yeah, I mean, it's not, we didn't leave. It's just by the time, like, first of all, you're having dinner at 11 o'clock. You finish by like 12:30, reach out by 2 a.m. You stay there for an hour and a half, 3, then you're chilling, 4 a.m. Then you have to get back, you're like 5, 6 a.m. You know, it's it's like that. Super laid back. 2301? What do you mean 2301, bro? This? Yeah, I have that marked, man. That's 85 key level. It's already marked. Come on, man. Wake up. Simple life in Italy? Yeah, it was just enjoying. For me, that's below key level. For me, it's at. But key level, I think, will have more relevance than that. Because look where we're reacting off now. So let's look at current price action and then we can see that. What about viewing gold intraday? Intraday is a little bit hard because we can see that 4-hour time frame has a potential to pull back to continue potentially up here with that daily close. We have to see. So we got the close here. We rejected from key level. Looks 1 hour looks good. Good close on 1 hour. Question is, I mean, you can base this trade off 1 hour for now, but what is stops looking like? 70 pips is pretty steep. Let's see what 30 minutes said. 30 minute, what's 30 minute stops here? Yeah, that key level is pretty interesting, to be honest. I think maybe a 5 close below key level would be the catalyst. And then we can use probably 15 stops won't work. Let's see what 15 stops would look like. They are back in the range, so it would actually work because it's back inside the range. 27, how big is the 30 stops? They will be much bigger, but 49. I think we can get away with 15 just because it's back inside the range. But we want to see something close. 1 minute came below key level. I wonder if that's enough of a catalyst. Look, based on 1 hour, it makes sense, but I think you're asking for a lot. Yesterday, we didn't even see 20 pips during London session. To get down here would be a 1-to-1. That's a very big move to happen in London session. You're basically retracing yesterday's whole move to get a 1-to-1. So I prefer to see a 5-minute close below, at least 5-minute close below. Preferably, I would prefer to see some more structure. That would be even better, but I'm not gonna push myself to say I need everything perfect, but I know it's a risk. So at least a 5-minute close below, 15-minute stops, which are back in the range. Give it a little bit of gap. Let's see what 1 minute, 1 minute's forming good structure in this area. And then that's it. That's how the trade would look. $84,885. Well, by the time the 5 closes below, we would hope that that would be as well a close below that 30. We don't have much till the 5 close, a couple of minutes. Pointing it out, I agree with it. It's definitely correct. I'm even marking it on broker now, so I can make sure that it closes below based on broker. But I agree with it. We can actually see if it's accurate on this as well. I have it on broker. Let's see. Yeah, it is accurate on this. 84.8 on broker. 84.8. Yeah, sweet. So we can just look for the 5 close below here. This is good. We want to see this, guys. This is good because we're not involved. We want to see this before we get involved. That's the problem. If you get involved before and then this happens, you're crying. You're crying, you're crying. And that's the problem with no key level close. Now, if it closes below, it starts to become less likely, right? Imagine now, right? So we've gone all the way up now. We're making resistances, and it gets all the way back down to close below. You have a much higher probability, because if it was to come back up after going down again, it just means that today there's no bearish momentum. But even though everything was indicating bearish momentum, and that's something you can't avoid, because probabilities were on your side. Because it's rejecting the key level or lack of structure? Both. Lack of structure and it's rejecting key level, plus also this little 30-minute as well, which is around the key level. So structurally it's rejecting something. Key level wise it's also rejecting something. Now 5-minute structure is not bad. 15-minute structure not there. That's why it's kind of doing this pullback. But remember I said maybe based on 1 hour it can make sense. So 1 hour, this would not be worrying, because in 1 hour position, you would have so much room before it even comes close to stop loss. See, if you based it on 15, you're out already. Quick SL. Aren't the key levels just hold round numbers? Yes. You can, yeah, there is a WOP, detailed WOP about that actually. I even go into how they were created, because I like some people, not some people, but I like people to understand why they became a thing. What was the reason? Because when you know the reason, it kind of makes logical sense. You can remember it easier. So in the exclusive content there's that video. So yeah, appreciate everyone showing up to stream. Make sure to leave a like on the stream. By the way, I'm doing a giveaway on my Instagram on my latest post. All you have to do is comment and leave a like. Very simple. I said I'll do that when I get back. So I'm doing 2 exclusive group spots. So you guys can join that if you so do, please. Even if you're in exclusive, of course, you just get credited a nice 1 month. 5-minute close below 85. Which volume I give a shot? What do you mean, which volume? I don't understand what you mean by which volume. There was no close below on a 5-minute on 85, you see. We rejected it again. Now we're heading back up. Let's see what DAX did here at around 10 a.m. Okay, we rejected those highs heavily, huh? See how did the 1 hour close above? 1 hour did close above. Did it close above its own thing? No, wow. And below that weekly resistance. That weekly resistance is holding here, right? We see a lot of lower time frame difficulties at this weekly resistance. Like you can see these double tap this weekly resistance here. This top wick came to the weekly resistance. Wow, what a 1 minute candle. For me, sells are only going to be below this 1 hour support. That's the only place I like to sell. Just close the trade. Give me your opinion. Good job. I mean, what do you want me to tell you? I haven't seen your trade. I don't know what the hell you've done. Whatever. Very hard for me to tell you anything. When do you want higher time frame closes, like a 1 hour for 50-minute setup, looking like an additional confirmation? Not much, to be honest. It's just like you said, an additional confirmation. If I get the 15, I'm happy. But if the 1 hour is there, it's great. The only time I use the 1 hour, if there's no setups I see on a 15, I'll use the 1 hour to get in, right? But like today on gold, for example, we have ways to get in on the 15 because the same support that there is on the 1 hour is there on the 15. So if the 1 hour gets below or the 15 gets below, it ends up being the same thing. Yesterday in London for DAX, even in bearish bias, you're looking for longs. Can we tell the story? Can we do that storytelling every time we have bias? Yeah, of course you can. It just has to make sense. Like today is almost the same story, right? But today we do have mixed bias. Right, but it's the same story as yesterday. And you can see how that kind of works, right? Yesterday it was bearish bias, but the story was bullish. Had bullish, you could look for buys. Today, even though we have mixed bias, it's the same story as yesterday. It just created a candle that gave us that story, if that makes sense. I thought we can only do that for mixed bias. Well, mixed bias is mixed anyways. You can argue both directions, right? So it's okay. And then you can tell the story to help you kind of find a little bit more of what a bias. Hi, what was the best meal you had on holidays? The best meal I had on holiday, to be honest, they're all up to standard, you know? I didn't see there was no one standout meal. They're all up to standard. It's boring, but you know, I like Italian pizza, man. I know it's boring, but that's probably the best because fresh tomatoes, fresh ingredients, taste great. Lots of carbs? Yes, there's a lot of carbs in that, yes. Italians love carbs. Trying to think if I can trade to this 15, but I don't, because 30 minutes it's nothing. 1 hour it's nothing, but 15 is there, of course, and we rejected it. I kind of prefer above it, but I'm wondering if like maybe we get a close above here, we can break through it since we tapped it already. We'll have to see. It has to be a pretty perfect close, but it's enough space to make a decision. If it's a great close, something like this, stop loss would be like 10 points. You have 4 points to that. 4 points is almost, it's like 40% of your position. So 40% of your position is quite decent. Long time no see you on stream. What happened to you? You obviously don't join my group. You don't follow me on Instagram, and you don't follow the free Telegram or something like that. I put an announcement. I went on holiday, bro. Shit, man. What name is this, bro? What name is this? Can't be using this name, man. Where? Check my Instagram. Check my Instagram. You see. I posted where? Went to Italy. And I just mentioned 1 second ago. Amalfi? Yes. Okay, let's go back to see gold. So gold actually can do something interesting here. If the 50-minute closes below the support, it's actually a setup 3, right? But what we can do is we can wait for a 5 close below for extra confirmation. Close below, just close below. Very interesting. So just because 15 closed bullish doesn't mean that now it invalidates the trade. I still would like a 5 close below just to prove to me we're getting below the key level and not make a double bottom. As a beginner, should I focus on gold or trade multiple pairs as long as the entry seems possible? I think you should stick to 2 pairs is a good thing as a beginner. For me, you know, just to give yourself option and also to proactively learn how to trade different assets. You can always be a 1 pair trader. That's totally fine. I don't disagree with that. That's actually quite good. Italy is too hot in July. If 25 degrees is hot for you, then yeah, it would be too hot. But, you know, 25, 29, I'm happy with that, man. 29 is nice. I have AC where I stayed, so you're not too bothered at night. If you get a little hotter day, 30, but 30 is a nice temperature. Nice to compare to Dubai. Yeah, this is bullshit. They say Dubai is 36. It's absolute bullshit. How hot does it get in Dubai? Today it's supposed to be 49. 49 today in Dubai. I actually put it. Let's see. Gulf News. There's actually an article today saying it will be 49. Let's see the article. Let's see. Sure, I read it today. They don't have weather. UAE. UAE braces for high near 50 degrees today and chances of rain. Rain in 50 degrees is absolutely crazy. Excuse me. So yeah, 49 today. Yeah, it's still valid, Tom. Thank you. It is still valid. Thank you, guys. 29 in July, that is not July. Bro, I was there in the country. I'm telling you what my experience was in the country. When I was there, 29. If you want, go search the temperature right now in Amalfi. Maybe 30. I'm interested now to see. 27. Highs of 29. Thank you very much. Man. Don't even know why it's an argument. Hi Mark, 30 minutes support 24 June in gold. It's marked, I just didn't label it. There you go. Then the best weather, you are lucky. Man, are you okay, bro? Today, tomorrow, 33 max. 29, 33 is not bad with AC, man. You have AC, 33 is perfect to be outside. You have nice breezes. It's totally manageable temperature. It's not hot, that. You know, maybe when they had a heat wave, it was 35. For Europeans, 33 is hot. I agree. I'm not sure where he's from, though. I'm not sure where he's from. 29 for us is crazy hot. I see. Okay. I take it back, though. The thing is, they have thermal winds there. So they have these winds that come. The winds is cool, and the water temperature is very cold. For us, water, I mean, it's brisk, but it's cold. So if you go in the water with that wind, it's cold, like, you know. Check gold. I'm looking at gold here right now. DAX setup 3, wick fill, use current candle low. Let's see. I don't like that because it's into the 5-minute resistance. You see this 5-minute resistance here? You buy into that resistance. You're better just waiting for a 5 close above here and then wick fill that. Get better confirmation. Did you climb the Amalfi Coast? That is super hype. No, we had a yacht, so we went around, visited all the different parts of it. It was very nice. Considering holiday every year, I think it's good, man. I think it's very, very good. I enjoyed it. It was nice. But a week goes very fast, man. Literally, first day I arrived, that day was gone, you arrived, then we went out, had dinner, blah, blah, blah. Second day was my friend's birthday, and then we spent like a 48-hour day. Then I needed a day after that to recover. That's 3 days gone. Then we had one day we went kite surfing, and then I had to drive back. You know, then I had to drive back. 4 hour at 33.89. I just had it on from yesterday, I think. Yeah, it's a previous 4 hour. It's still because we didn't close below it yet. We didn't close below it. You know? Let's see if we close above on DAX in 2 minutes. You feel refreshed? I feel like I enjoyed it, you know? You just feel a bit tired because you're out of schedule, you know? Do you think someone can be profitable with 1 minute time frame? Here's a good way to put it. I think people can, but most won't. That's my honest opinion. Especially long term. In my broker, this is how Wickfield looks like. It looks fine, but make sure you're not taking a short, huh? You're gonna get a bit in trouble with a short. Man's already cooked before we even took the position. All right, not closing above, I doubt it. Unless last 40 seconds does some silly business. 15 on DAX looks good. We'll see how it closes next 5 minutes, but yeah, if it could be okay. If it closes back up where it was, then we could look to Wickfield that. You're not in a mood today because there is no argument. No, there's just no one to roast anymore. Where did you fly to? Naples, then drive down? No, I flew to Rome, and then I drove down from Rome. Correct, I got driven from Rome. See how gold is doing. 15-minute close of 4 minutes. I quite like the 15 close below, not gonna lie. Especially with this 5 closing. What is that at? Looks like just below, but not below key level anyways, so. But I like this 15-minute close below. Even if it's slightly deeper, like down here, it's not that bad. Need something below the 30? Yeah. Agreed. If you lose 100%, deposit funds again, and if you don't have money, take loan from Gangster. I wouldn't recommend that. I got scammed by signals. Yeah, it's pretty common, unfortunately, to get involved in that. I sold, oh, you wrote up here. I sold at 365. How much longer should I wait until I give up? I'm down 68% on my account. Yeah, it's a tough one, man. You need to make a decision what you want to do. You know, because for me, if I give you any advice, I don't give financial advice. Plus, if I tell you to close and it goes up, you're going to be pissed. I mean, you sold, so if it goes down, you know. That's why I always have a stop loss in place, man. It's just a simple thing. Lack of education. Lack of education will end up in this. I recommend you take advantage. You go to my website. There's a thing called free resources here. Click that tab. Literally go and... Wait, I've linked it to the wrong one. Okay, that's my bad. I need to fix that. I put that on About Me. It's going, look, free resources. It goes to About Me. So I need to fix that. But normally there's free resources. If you go to my WAP page, you'll be able to find resources. And you can watch the free risk management course. They want to run instead of learning how to walk? Or are you the free resource? Yeah, probably as well. I would wait for a pullback on gold. I think we've had a short-term pullback here. If gold wants to go down today, we would start to see it move down from here. But I just hope in 2 minutes we can get below this 85. Wow, it's the 30 close as well. 33.82. Let's have a look, man. 33.82. Which 4 hour on 33.82? I don't see a 4 hour anyways. Maybe this broker's messed up, but I don't see a 4 hour anyways. So I'm not too worried about 33.82. Looks clean, very clean. Let's see, I'll check on broker for you, bro. Yeah, looks fine on broker as well. See if we can get some volume to close below it. Right, seem to close below. No top wick yet. Need a top wick. So I'm gonna wait for a top wick. And then I'll look to enter after the top wick. But without top wick, no good. Close above on your broker. I have it below 85. Some people are above. But I wonder if we can trust break of 30 low. We're retesting key level right now. Good top wick. Below, below. Some people below, some people above. I think after this top wick we should be fine. And then if it starts to get funny, we can manage. Yeah, I look for a sell break of this low, which is the low on my broker. Stop I'll put above 15. That's the safest stop in this scenario. Good top wick here as well. Gives me confidence if we re-break low, should be good. Time to do business. Yeah, we'll see if it wants to flip. If it rejects around here again, it keeps us safe, but it's just boring. I mean, I don't mind. This top wick here is pretty nice. It's definitely keeping us safe. That's why I said we have to wait for top wicks. You can see how this rule works. How big is stop? If close above, we can look for buys. You know, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. This technically would work as well, yes. We could look for the buys as well. We'll see in 11 minutes. Don't we need break of structure for buys? Yeah, this would be it, no? This would be a structure point we broke if we close above. Just because I don't trust people, they probably think I'm in. Gold is buying. Yeah, I'm still gonna keep the sell stop. I don't like this chart yet. Can't see my chart nicely. I'm still gonna keep it. If it flips here in the next 9 minutes, it's a good liquidity. It has no reason to re-break its own low and then head all the way back up. I'd be very surprised. Very surprised to see it break its own low and then just absolutely flip. That would just be like very low percentage that happens. Very low percentage. If anything, it should just stay here. If anything, it should just stay here and then we can look for buys. We can look for buys. Only thing I worry about the 5-minute resistance, but maybe we can take the buys with a close above the 5-minute resistance anyways. DAX looks better. I'm looking at DAX on my second monitor. We're still stuck in this range on DAX. We need to get above that 5-minute. We're just ranging for now on DAX. Yet another example of why waiting for top wicks is important. Yeah, it would be shitty to hold that. Especially now, because now for 7 minutes, we're not sweating for 7 minutes. we get to see, like, if it flips from now, it's definitely an interesting spot. It's a nice top wick. Yeah, it is a great top wick. We could probably shorten our stop loss down to this 26, 30 pips. It's also possible. I want to see the 5-minute close below. That would be great. Still haven't been triggered yet. You guys need to, I'm not triggered, yeah. It's not even close to breaking. Need to account for spread. Very important. Hopefully it re-breaks. I feel like if it re-breaks its low, we should get a drive, hopefully. We wait next 5 below. This will also be the 15 close. So we might have another 15 setup 3. If the 15 closes back in the range, it will invalidate the setup 3. hovering a bit, but I feel like it's going to choose a direction pretty soon. It's either going to be up or down. And for now, we're making lower highs. Plus, we have our confirmation, so it makes sense for sells till now. As long as this 15 minute still closes bearish, forming us a setup 3, it's still a valid trade. If this closes any deeper, I probably will wait for a 5 minute candle close below. Just because then the 5 will close bullish, and I need that confirmation. If this closes like a deep 15 minute candle. If it closes a weak 15 minute candle, it's a setup 3. We will see in 1 minute. One minute to close. I'm gonna just delete the sell stop because I don't want to get triggered just before the close. Because then I'll just enter on a 5. Because I want to see a top wick next candle. So I'll wait for the next candle and then I'll enter based on that. I could actually here make a shorter stop loss as well. I mean, entry looks like it will be the same anyways. All right, top wick being made. So yeah, entry is going to be the same, break of this low. But stop loss will be a little bit shorter for me now. Good top wick being made as well. We have 5 minute close below. Nice 5 minute close below. This has bottom wick on broker, so I'm not too worried about that. And we have good structure as well, so I can put my stop loss above here. That's it basically. 15 minute, I don't like that candle, but I see it as a liquidity candle as well. See how that grab liquidity? I mean, if we look at it in a buy option, it looks very interesting, like a big liquidity grab. And then relying on that 30 minute, relying on the 1 hour. 1 hour has still not even continued. And we're re-breaking the low. Sixth rejection low after low. Yes, but we're also sixth rejection from the upside, right? We're doing the same thing towards the upside that we're doing towards the downside. So it kind of makes sense to attempt if it was to break the low now with the closes. Now nice top wick again. This is great for us because we're avoiding so much drawdown. Stops I'm going to put above this wick here. Looks something like this. That's how it would look. 26. What's my spread on gold? 0.5 now. Pips. But on sells, you don't have spread. Only when you get triggered, you'll be triggered with the spread. But to get triggered, you don't have spread because the spread bid and ask is above. So if you have spread, like let's say 1 pip, your bid and ask will be like that. So until this line gets onto it, you won't be triggered. Whereas if you're on a buy, with a buy, you get triggered by spread. The only problem is with spread, if you get triggered on the sell, this is your drawdown. Your spread is your drawdown. So you basically enter in a position and you're in a little bit of drawdown, which is your spread. But you shouldn't be getting triggered into sells earlier. Why? Because it's going to be the exact line that gets hit. But when you're entering into a buy, you can get triggered earlier because the ask line, no, the bid line actually gets hit first, right? The line above. Because these lines don't swap. It doesn't swap when you're looking for sell and doesn't swap when you're looking for buys. You still have spread on your exit? Yep. Future has no spread? Yeah, that's the advantage with futures. For trading gold, I like futures. It's just my personal account is on a CFD. If I wasn't, then I would be on futures. Yeah, futures is good for that. I mean, for funded, if you're just trading gold, then I would take futures then. I'm interested to see how futures is looking in this scenario here. Let's have a look at futures. This is with delay though. Yeah, futures looks good, huh? Good 30-minute close on futures as well. 1 hour looks sweet on futures. We just need volume. DAX is ranging as well. I'm just watching it on second monitor in case there's a setup, because then we can just switch to DAX. And less commission, there's no point trading anything but futures. Like for real though, talk to all the big name streamers who changed. They changed because of audience, right? The audience changed towards future. You know? The audience changed towards futures, that's why they changed. It's not really... The problem with futures is you can't trade DAX properly. And DAX is a great pair. So until they start supporting DAX, it's hard. But if you're trading NY session, yeah, it makes sense. For sure. London might bring the volume. Yeah, 10 minutes for London open. You kind of would have hoped we get triggered before London and London continues. Even if this 15-minute candle closes like this, we can still leave the sell stop because it's still active on 30-minute and 1 hour. So we can just play price action like that. But it is being a little bit boring here, to be honest. Like, there's just so much low volume. Now, the interesting thing is for London Open, if this 15 closes above here, could be a buy. Could be a nice buy. Only thing I worry about is this 5-minute resistance up here that we rejected already. Need to get out before London Open? Why? You would want to be in before London Open so you get the volume. This is not DAX. It's not DAX. That's on DAX, no? This is gold. Gold doesn't do those big jumps, right? $15 and $30 looks so good if they close like that. Yeah, but then we have the open problem on DAX, huh? Like yesterday. Unless today we try on DAX to see if we can get the bottom wick. If we can get the bottom wick on DAX today, it would be fine. First time waiting so long before getting triggered, at least we're not triggered. That's a much more beneficial thing to be, is not triggered. If we were triggered, then this is all drawdown we'd be holding. Are you aware of any chance to trade? Yes, there are some people who support DAX on futures, but the DAX futures chart looks weird. Looks weird. You would have to trade DAX on futures on a personal account, and I think that account needs to be at least, I think 25,000. When you're talking about bid and ask, that means sell stops, you don't really account for spread then. I still leave a little bit gap. I mean, if you want to see where my sell stop is, I don't know why the line doesn't show on my... it's gone. Anyone have that on MT5 when the line just goes black? Anyone know how to fix that? I can see the sell stop is written there, but I don't see my line. I see my stop loss. Stop loss is there red, but the entry line has gone away. I don't know how to fix that. See properties. Stop levels red, last price line green. Is that what it is? Last price line? Volume? No, it's not volume. Volume is just adding the things at the bottom of the chart again. I tried that. Oh yeah, it worked. You're right actually, you're right. So literally, look how tight my spreads are though on my broker, okay? So you can see how tight, that's the bid and ask line. That's the bid and ask line. That's where my sell stop is. So because I'm super tight, if this was a little bit wider, I'd give it maybe a little bit more room, right? I'd give it a little bit more room. But because my lines are literally next to each other, like you can't even see. I mean, maybe if we zoom in, we can see. I mean, no, it's just absolutely super close to each other. Yeah, super tight. Would I continue to take a sell if 1 hour close like this? Yeah, it still seems valid, no? 30-minute setup 3. Why not? It's struggling a lot, but we're just making lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. So hopefully we can make a decision soon in 4 minutes. Might flip now. Oh, there we go. Tony's still not? I mean, that's fine. I hoped as it broke the low, we saw a straight drive down. Yeah, this volume is very slow here, man. Wow. How much liquidity does it need, man? How much liquidity does it need? It's crazy. What is this gap up, man? What a huge gap up on my broker. Massive gap up on my broker. Yeah, I have a massive gap on my broker here, man. This gapped up on my broker 5 points. Hopefully we can break the lows now, set up 3. We just have no volume, boys. And this gap messed me up. We didn't break the lows as well. We were very close to breaking the lows, but we have to break the lows. So if you're not in, wait for break of lows. But we were literally, I was 0.01 points from breaking those lows. Very ugly price action. Very ugly price action. Just have to sit this one out. Manage on closes. And then we see what to do with it. But ugly price action. Hopefully we can break lows, man. It's just struggling to break lows. Again, it doesn't break lows. What the hell, man? It flips again and doesn't break lows. Whoa, it came literally right close to my entry and then rejects again. That's nuts, man. I've never seen price action this poor, man. 1 minute is just stuck. It literally came right next to my entry. And I said, okay, this at least has to break the low. And now we're bouncing again back up. 5 minute gonna close bullish. Hard to manage this. We just have to sit through it. It is still valid break of low. My broker looks completely different. This looks way more bullish on my broker than it is here for some reason. Can we break the lows now? Crazy. Absolutely crazy. It's so hard to manage as well because everything still looks bearish. Yeah, it's just stuck in a range for now, man. It's hard because I don't want to manage it because we're still looking bearish. I understand a big candle can come towards the upside, and I have to accept that. If you don't like the trade, get out around here. It's a very small loss, but I'm okay to take a little bit of a loss here if this ends up shooting up. It's just based on what I see technically. It's not full bearish just yet. I mean full bullish just yet. We are not breaking 5-minute structure. I want to manage technically, not emotionally, right? At the moment, it's just hard. It's easy to manage emotionally right now, but I understand that a big candle can come towards the upside at any time right now. I do understand that. See how this 5 closes. Close below. Wow, that's that FU candle coming now. Yeah, that's interesting, man. I had to wait for that 5. I had to wait for that 5 to close, and then I get punished by it. It's a bit unlucky that this big candle coming here, but it's not over yet. It's just one of these patience building things here, man. This could be the liquidity, hopefully, to flip. See what DAX is doing. Wow, DAX is even worse. Seems like we're going to a full barcode on the markets here. Look at DAX, guys. Jesus. This is pretty funny. It's like someone switched off the money supply. Anyways, I do need the bathroom. So I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'll tell you what happens. If this gets below entry and comes back, if it comes back above, I'm going to close half. If it gets back to below entry and comes back, I'm going to close half just to manage. If not, I'm just waiting now. So I'll be back in a sec. Waiting for this 1 minute close. If it closes back above entry, then I'll close half. About 17 seconds. So if it closes below, I'll allow it to retest the 1 minute range, but it shouldn't need to get back inside the range. It's below the range. Yeah, so if that comes back to entry, then I close half. Yeah, if it flips now back to entry, close half. Now that we've come re-break its lows. Cool. Damn, it pushed down and then still below entry. Okay. Weirdest volume I've seen in a long time, boys. Wow. But we sit, chill, and wait. You close half? Yes, yes. When it came back to entry, close half like the plan. So now I'm only half in. The first time it didn't, but when this new candle came, yes. Took me out half. Come on, gold, man. Wake up, man. Wake up. Look, guys, if you want to close break-even, get out break-even. I don't care because I just want to follow a kind of rules during this. And I'm already out half. I'm not going to lose much on this type of trade. Because it still looks bearish. It's so hard. Nothing looks bullish here, man. Nothing looks bullish until one FU candle comes and ruins my day. But it can come towards downside. Man, just go already, bro. What the hell? Just go already. You ever experienced something like this? Never. Never this bad. This is full range, full stuck. Normally it either just goes to stop loss or something, you know? This is like full. Like it's literally been at entry for over an hour, bro. At entry. And wicking us in drawdown, heavy drawdown many times. Grabbing liquidity many times. And doing nothing. Like for me, I just want to experience holding this trade. Did you hold through open? Yeah, I did hold in during open. I did hold during open. Open is fine on gold, guys. Gold open is fine. DAX is the problem. Which way will the FU candle come is the question here. If this 5-minute closes above like this is kind of a change of structure though, because we've had like a bearish candle then closing back inside the range. That gives me an option to manage, yes, but I'm already out half. So, but if the 5-minute candle doesn't close above, then it's still valid. Still valid, man. 5 still closing below. Good morning. Finally some movement, but all the way back now coming, retracing. At least sitting in profits now. I move my stop loss to these highs. And wake up, gold. Come on, let's get some volume here. We have this 1 minute range. I feel after this push down here, if we break back above this 30-minute, it should be game over. And that's only a loss of 2 pips, so it's pretty fun. If something gets above there, I probably will close the trade. It has no reason to start to break structure now. If we're going to continue to trend, we should have lower high, make a new high after pushing down a little bit more. We should make a new high and respect that. If we break this high here, I don't feel confident in the trade. I'll accept a 2 pip loss. It's nothing with the management as well. Maybe 3 pips. It's really nothing. 3 pips, you know. Or if you just don't want to lose anything, go break even. That's also fine, okay? But, you know, it's all a personal choice here. 2 pips for me is not going to break my day. It's not, it's 10% of my stop loss. Pretty easy to hold a 2 pip loss. $567 viewers and 134 likes. Yeah, guys, leave a like on the stream for education, how I held through this, why I held through this, all of my reasoning, staying calm, following price action. It's a big lesson. Now we just need to hope for some continuation. We're in a profitable position now. Make sure you subscribe to show up for future streams as well. If you're someone new, welcome to the stream. Hope you enjoy the vibes. Bit of a boring trade. You ain't won just yet, I know, but we're in profits. Anyone can make a decision. This trade does not have to be a loss. That's my point. I held because everything looked bearish. What was the outcome? The outcome was bearish. It may not hit TP, but I don't have to lose this trade now. I'm in profit. I can make a decision at any point to close this trade. If I was a YouTube trader at 10 pips profit right there, I close the trade, call it a win. Everyone spams W in chat. But I'm sitting here holding, but I don't have to lose this trade right now. I don't have to lose it at all. I just want to show the point of how I said that everything still looks bearish and the outcome was bearish. And how I stayed calm and didn't, and I said if I closed before it would be emotional close. Now it won't be an emotional close because we had the outcome. Maybe there's only 10 pips of volume. Right? Maybe there's only 10 pips of volume and that's all I get today. And that's it. Game over after 10 pips. Boring. If I want, I could have closed. But it's not going to pay me anything. It will just look good for stats. No top wick in broker, so this might have to make a top wick. Plus we haven't broken lows in broker. It's good if we break lows. We have a new 15-minute close here, so technically stops can go something like this. 3 pips above the 15-minute. Massive retest coming in right now. Hopefully that's the liquidity we need for the next push and the top wick on the 30-minute. Look, I will take the 3 pip stop loss here. I don't mind taking a 3 pip stop loss. That's going to be my plan. 3.7 pip stop loss. If you want to be full break even, be full break even. But for me, 3 pips is really not going to affect me much long term. I'm really not too bothered on 3 pips. Especially with my tight spreads, right? I don't lose on spreads as well. Full BE now? Now you want to enter long, typical? No, I never said this. I wanted to enter long. Are you mad? Don't put words in my mouth. Price broke low on Tradingview, not broker? Exactly, exactly. How long to this 5? 1 minute. Let's see if we can survive 1 minute here. Alright, out at management there. That's it. Position done. Very boring position. Like I said, 10 pips is all we got. 10 pips is all we got. That was good. I was happy with that position there. I think it was a good position there. Basically a break-even position for me. I don't even know if I can consider that a hefty loss. Let's see how much we totaled on that. After the half close as well. So closed half. Plus that. 3 pip. Yeah, man. 0.9. Not even 0.09. Very nothing. Was worth the shot. Just no volume today. No volume today. When break even? Yeah, I think it's the best way. I just gave it a little bit. Like I said, with half closing, minus 3 pips here ain't gonna change much for me, guys. Minus 3 pips. Was valid trade with just unfortunate day with volume. You know, it's just really, really slow volume. And nothing really you can do when you get a day like that. Was looking great. We got a little bit of volume. But like I said, that 10 pips is all we had. 10 pips is all we had. And that's it. When we get 10 pips, sometimes that's all we had. But that's not enough to pay me. I'm not going to be a YouTube trader and close because of just 10 pips. What was that? 15-minute original entry. We put there minus 3. So this is going to be counted as a loss, even though a very small loss. And it was a sell. And it was a setup 1. And I lost 0.06. So really nothing. For me, this is really a break even. It's really nothing on the P&L wise. That's how powerful closing half was as well. But remember, that's with TP as well. We needed, imagine, we needed to hit full TP to make 0.5%. So we had some work to do. It's really worth holding that to full TP. Otherwise, it's just not worth taking the position, you know. But there's just no volume on downside now. We could maybe look for buys in a minute here. So now we have to, you know. So now we can look for buys. But we have to wait a little bit to see if we can catch those buys if it gets above here. Otherwise, it's just a little bit boring, low volume. That's it. You only take 1 trade a day. Yeah. Instagram giveaway. Yes, there is an Instagram giveaway. All you have to do is go on my latest post, leave a like and comment. I'm going to do it now at end of stream. So make sure you do that. Last chance to enter. My Instagram's Tradesharpe. You have to be following, of course. And on the last post, just put a comment and a like. That's it. On this post here. So leave a like. Only 74 people entered. Go ahead, enter now. Win Tradesharpe exclusive membership. You will get everything. You will get the content. You will get the membership. You will get the Zoom calls. Everything. Everything you will get. So go enter that now if you're interested in joining. If you're interested in joining, go do that now. Let's see how many people joined. 2 people joined. Go on, join. It's free, guys. All I'm going to do is I'm going to select by scrolling. It's free to join. So be my guest and join. Doesn't cost you much. This candle could be a pullback. Yes, it could be a pullback, but I'm not really willing to hold the pullback. I could just lose a full 0.5% on this trade, but I rather lose 0.06%. It's really nothing, guys. This is really nothing. Really nothing. You have to just give it a chance, because I didn't want to go, look, my entry was right at these lows, right? That's where the entry was. So I wanted it to give it a chance to retest here. In case it wanted to do this, so I put stop here, retest into here, and then come down bearish. Right? So stop here was fine. Now that it broke there, look how much more it pushed afterwards. That's why this was a good spot to manage. And plus we closed half here. If you closed half here, it's nothing. Like really, this move down is 10 pips, but it's not enough to pay us this 10 pips. You know, this 10 pips is not enough to pay us, unfortunately. 13 pips, but on my broker it was looking more like 10. What's your win rate in RR? Win rate 75%. RR is 1-to-1 most of the time. That's what I was targeting here. But you can see we're just lacking volume. Summertime, DAX is also fully stuck. Now it's starting to move towards the downside. No entry I saw on DAX. But we might get an entry soon on DAX below here. On 15 it looks quite nice. Otherwise it's pretty rubbish. See on 5 how that looks. 5 we have some troubles on 5. Is London the only session you trade? No, I trade New York session as well. I trade New York session as well. How did you close gold? I just cut it on the 5-minute close above the range. I closed half when it came back to entry a second time. And then I closed at minus 3 pips. I just put above the 30. I didn't wait for any close because there's no point of it coming. There's no point of it coming. I just put stop above the 15 minute. So I just kept trailing stops above the 15 minute. So original stop was all the way up here. I moved stops to this high. Then I moved stops to this high. Right? All the 15-minute highs. Because if a 15-minute high is broken, trade is invalid. But just really low volume. Very low volume. I mean, we sat in this trade for hours. And the resolution was towards the downside. But just no continuation. And I wouldn't be surprised, guys, to see this do this. Pop up now here. Oops, wrong line. Pop up now here. Do some of this. Come down. Then pop up. Come down. Just a mess. You know? Just a mess. Harry, if you take any trades on NY, can you please share in Harry Trades on Discord? Of course I will. Of course. Harry, can you please add crypto payment in exclusive? I'm in Nigeria. For me to sub, I need to open a USD account, which has many charges. Even after paying, I still pay maintenance. You don't need a USD account. I think you can subscribe without. But if you want to join with crypto, message me. Message me. Will you take another trade in NY? Of course. If there's a position, I'm ready to trade. Even now in London, if I see something in the next 15 minutes, I'll take it. After that, probably I wait for NY. But I'm happy to take other positions because I'm willing to take a trade. I want to take a trade, time to make some money, and that's what I'm here for. So if there's opportunity, I'm going to take, let's say I won today's trade and we had good volume and we pushed to TP. I don't have to trade during NY, but since I would have closed half, I would still trade NY because I'm not like a full TP for the day. Does that make sense? So I still give myself an opportunity. But let's say I won London trade full TP. If I don't see anything amazing in NY, I'm going to leave it. Like I'll just wait for A+. You know? Did you get a new cam? No, why? You like this cam? I just adjust some settings, cleaned it up and stuff. So yeah. Look how many people leave after the trade. Yeah, I know. It's okay though. It's okay. See? Probably ends up down here, man. Is USD JPY valid in London? Yeah, lovely in London, man. A lot of people who I know traded. Alright, let's do the giveaway. Your last chance to enter on Instagram. Make sure you're following me. Enter on Instagram. Let's have a look. There we go. Last chance, guys. Last chance. I'm gonna select 2 people. Tradesharpe exclusive. You get everything. Let's see. Should probably do it eyes closed. Alright, first winner. His name is Real Zara Banks. I'm gonna message him. So that's the first winner. Let's go for second winner. His comment was, "You changed my life. I'll forever be grateful." I appreciate that, man. Let's go to the next winner. Next. It's refreshed. Don't worry, it's refreshed. I refreshed it. Next winner. That has to be a troll account? No, I doubt it. I checked the account. He has 400 followers. So now we go random. Random. Nice. So the next winner here, man, this is gonna look, this is not gonna look legit, man. Don't know if you guys can see that on camera. I'm gonna get cooked for this one who won just now. This is ends. It's ends. Oh, it's gonna look so rigged, this. Shit, man. Fair enough. I have to be fair, man. I know he's the mod, but I have to be fair. He literally just put fire emoji, but it counts. I have to be fair. So we give him. One more. We'll do one exclusively for the exclusive group beginning of next month in a couple of days. Do you want to reroll? Nah, man, you deserved it. You take it. Next giveaway is at 650 viewers. Today we reached 589, guys. Not bad today, huh? Not bad today. Wow. Not bad. Because I'm sitting in drawdown. That's why people love that. So yeah, we'll give you ends. I'll DM you ends. Yeah, bro. Why? Oh, come on, man. He deserved it, bro. He deserved it. We'll push to 600 next stream. Yeah. He's the moderator. Yeah, I know. He's doing that for free. What do you guys give me for free? Okay, that's a good one. If anyone deserves it, it's him. Because what do you guys give me that helps? 300 of us in here, 225 likes. Not even a like you guys give me. So he deserves it. At least he's doing this for free. He's coming and helping you guys moderate chat. Let's see what DAX is doing now. Are we breaking down? We're trying. So we tapped the 1 hour support. I feel if we get below, we could see some sells. Especially with this 5-minute structure now. Get below here. Use this as a watch zone here. That could work. So yeah. Sweet, man. Anyways, good stream, good analysis. Unfortunate about the lack of continuation. For buys on gold to make sense, that can happen in the next 15-minute candle if it closes above here. We could see some buys hopefully that's going to bring in the volume, but depends how it closes here. I would say if this closes at 5-minute resistance, leave it. Why? Because we're still making lower highs. To be honest, gold looks pretty cooked, man. I'm not seeing strong volume. Yeah, we bounced here, but this bounce here that we saw, even though it was the biggest candle that we've seen, this was literally the same size as the liquidity grab we got back down. So this could just be another liquidity grab to go back into range. So we just have to be careful about that. And then we pick it up from tomorrow on London. Hopefully NY gives us something good. It's only Tuesday. We have Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday here. So we have a couple of days. I am happy that we have setups back. And I really hope you guys learned something about how to hold a trade without emotion. It's a massive lesson today. No one's going to teach you this because too many YouTube traders are closing at 10 pips in profit. And I could make it. And maybe I should close at 10 pips in profit to increase my stats. But I'm not, because I want to show you what real trading is and what's worked for me to get me to where I am today, right? And also work for others to get them passed on their funded account, get them passed on their evaluations, you name it, right? So I'm sharing a method that's worked, not over 1 month, not over 2 months, not over 3 months, but for me worked over years, and for people has worked over years as well. So we have to just continue with that. And yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So appreciate you all. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Thanks for showing up, and hopefully catch you guys very, very soon. Peace. Much love. Peace.